What's up, guys? Welcome back to the rundown for another episode of Top 5. Today, we're going to be running down top 5 actors in comedy for ourselves and our opinions. So we want to know yours. So throw it in the chat if you hear your top 5 actors in comedy. If you haven't been here before, this is a live interactive show where we like to chat with you guys about film, TV, and deep dive into all the things that are pop culture. Anthony, how are you today, brother? Are you ready to go?
Dude, I'm so sad. my, my second hard drive crashed yesterday, and there was so much on it, dude. There was like
I don't
family
mean to laugh.
pictures. I had 2 videos more than halfway done. The jazzing one and the one where you take a deep dive into collector psychology. So I would have to do that all over again. That kind of sucks. And they were going to be short videos, like 15 minutes, but still, it kind of sucks, dude.
Oh man,
Uh,
I feel for you. That is devastating. I think I'd be crying in tears if I lost my thing. But see, I have a magical cloud that protects me. So magical cloud that protects my things, Anthony. We might have to turn you
Yeah,
to the dark
maybe
side.
I should do that. I should have made backups. That would have been the best thing to do. But yeah,
Yeah. Who
it
can you
wasn't
go
good.
and fight? Which company can you go and fight to get your content back? They're
See,
stealing your content.
I should have known, dude. I really should have known.
Oh, geez. I'm sorry to hear, brother. Well, we're going to try and cheer you up today when we go. Look, we're talking about comedy. We cannot not laugh, right? So,
Yeah, we're going to.
surely,
We're going to.
surely we're going to cheer you up. Now, we are streaming on both channels today as well, guys. So we're practicing streaming on both our channels at the same time. So whoever you want to watch the show on, go on there. I think we still both see the chats on our main page, and we can reply on there and all that stuff. So we'll get to that in just a sec. We'll give some people some time to roll in because, we're always early, never running late, kicking the show off. Give some people some
how
time to
we.
get here. Oh, Jesus. Well, look, I've been enjoying this series so far, and I hope you guys in the chat have as well. Thinking about like if I had to rank things, because I don't normally rank things, so getting to think about ranking what I think is, would mean the most to me. It's been fun and difficult at times,
Yeah.
and it's been interesting to see how you do it, how everybody else does it. And this week we're branching out of the superhero genre a little bit by going into actors in comedy, or actors that make, that you think are funny, that you enjoy watching in comedy, which really opened it up. And almost, I'm probably sure I've forgotten multiple people, and we could fit in lots of different people that wouldn't make the list. So I've just gone from my most accurate list to things that I probably rewatch more often, or things that just
Yeah,
stuck in my mind.
I have like three honorable mentions this time. Just
Shit,
because
I,
it's so
I don't
damn
even know
hard.
if I do this time. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I could probably do some. I could do some.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
like doing honorable mentions, but this was one. It was really hard to do. Like just 5. Come on. And
yeah,
we kind
I
of
was
made
like
it
that
pretty
last week. I
broad,
had to.
right? We kind of made it pretty
Yeah.
broad. We said like actors in comedic stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which made
Mm-hmm.
it was so many. I tried to limit it to movies a bit though,
Mm-hmm.
just to make it easier for myself.
Yeah.
To have some criteria.
It was kind of like that. Like once I got my list, I started like overthinking it. And I just got to a point where I was like, I'm just gonna stick with this because my top 1 and 2 pretty much were already set when we thought of doing comedy. And then I was like, from there, oh, man, you could fit in so many people. So I really just nailed it down. I tried to stick to my theory of doing things, and I just tried to nail it down to like comfort shows or comfort movies that I've loved and always would find
Yeah,
myself laughing to, and kind of went with those types of actors. So I've done my list
yeah,
a bit
because you
differently and how I
included
present it
shows
too.
and movies, right?
I did, yeah, I
Yeah.
did. For one of them, it's for I think one person, but for them, they've got both. But the show was the biggest part of why I think why they're so funny. But I threw some films in as a reference as well. So, and you'll all know once you see it. Anthony, he just got so excited he left. But let's check out you guys in the chat. If you can hear me, Anthony, your camera is not connected, or your mic, either or. Often in the house, brother. Anthony's back. There we go.
I heard you.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Let's go to the chat. Let's just do it. Let's kick into the chat. So often,
Sure.
congratulations. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh,
get
dude.
Anthony
Yeah,
there,
of
buddy.
course.
Let's do it.
Congratulations with your 10K.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I've been pumping out the content lately. Now I'm just like, oh
Yeah,
man,
you
I
have.
got to try and if I can keep going. I got to keep going. I got to try and keep making content. No, it's been fun, and I'm super thankful, and just honestly, just want to keep having fun doing it and doing what we do.
Yeah.
That's the best I love
That's
about
the
it.
most important, right?
Yeah, just having fun. So much so that I had an impulse buy yesterday, which I'll show you guys in a second. But
Oh, this is your
oh, yeah,
10K
it
impulse
bloody
buy.
enabled me. It was a 10K impulse buy. I actually think it
Ah,
was.
yeah.
Jesus. What do we got here? Oh, that's me. Yeah, look at me. Clicking on my
Look at me
on my
go.
own comments. Often Studios, 3, 2, 1, Anthony. Let's go. Often is my top 5 comedic moderators. I think so too.
Yeah.
What's up, Bob? Thanks for being here too, brother. Oh, what did you just post? You've been posting heaps of cool stuff you've been picking up. You're a madman. You see the awesome things you've been getting? Head sculpts, or
I
I just saw
saw
the
the
interleaning.
Christian Bale head sculpt was the last I saw.
Yes, that one.
And it's
Yes,
either
yes, yes.
the best one I've seen or one of two of the best ones. And maybe it's even the same sculpt I've seen twice by two different owners. I don't know. But it looks really great. It looks really good. Better than the J&D one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Just see, 3 copies of data, 2 different types of media, 1 off site.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it. It's the best way to do
okay.
it. But I'm lazy that way.
Yeah. Oh, for your content. Yeah. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Make the rundown, play The Last of Us on stream. Get out of here. I'll have
Dude,
nightmares, bro.
Yeah, so I'm getting closer to actually doing that because I had like 2 computers, one I was gaming on and one I was streaming on and doing the rest on. So I might integrate those 2 into one.
Nice.
So we could do it. We could
look, I am definitely down for streaming and playing because, look, I'd have to really control myself because I'm a swearer. You know, and I'm a talker. It's like I commentate. Like I'll be commentating the game. Like so it could be dangerous. It could be dangerous. I'll talk at the screen, especially when I'm playing Spider-Man. When I'm balling on people, when I'm beating up thugs in Spider-Man 2, I'm just trash talking. I'll trash talk them down as I'm doing it. So that could be fun, but also could be dangerous.
It could be problematic though.
Yeah. A lot of screaming and yelling and
I swear.
Especially if I do something like that I think's awesome, if I like try to pull off a cool combo or whatever, I'll let them know. I'll let the TV know.
And even a single player.
Yeah, single player.
Oh, dude,
yeah, I'm going, bro.
That's
I'm going
bad.
at the computer.
That's
If I do a flawless mission because I play it on the hardest level, so it takes me a long time. I'll let the especially if I like get a gold in like an achievement. I just did the Mysterio achievements, and I got a gold on the last one. I was like, "That's what's up.
Boom.
Let's go!"
Oh, dude, that's so enthusiastic.
Oh, shit. Maybe there's something to that. Often, I just got to find time to not work, so we can do those things. Lakagi, what's up? This one was tough. I'm interested to know because Lakagi is a funny man himself. He is a funny mofo. So I want to know his inspiration. Who are your inspirations, Lakagi? Let us know.
Kim's Convenience.
Yeah.
I make jokes.
We gotta know. Moles Academy. Now, look.
Yo,
Joel, bringing us into this posing challenge. I'm just going off topic here. We've entered into a posing challenge. I'm getting all these ideas. Let's go. I'm just putting it out there. Bring it. Joel, I want to know, are we allowed to use props? Are we allowed to use accessories? I need to know those specifics. You probably told me, but I am Iron Dory and I probably
think
already.
it was already posted in the group that there's no Photoshopping allowed, but accessories from other figures are allowed, unless it's a typo, but I don't think
that's all
it's
I
a
need.
typo. No bases, no dioramas of any other sorts than the regular ones you have from the figure.
Ah, okay. Okay. What about Joel? Why are you here, Joel? Can I use this skateboard? It's not 1/6, but I want to use it. Let me know. Let me know the rules. Let me know the rules.
Already cheating.
I could be considered cheating.
So you're using the skateboard with Iron Man, right?
Look, you ain't ready
It's
for
gonna be
this.
epic. It's going to
You
be
guys
epic.
are not. You guys are not ready for this. I want to use this skateboard, Joel. Tell me right now in the chat.
I want to use blue tack. I need to know if we can use blue tack.
Can we use blue tack? Yes, fix on 1.6. All right, here we go. I'm just skipping ahead real quick. Yes, fix on 1.6. Okay, so I'm saying that's
It
yes.
rhymes.
Beautiful.
It rhymes. So it must
Yeah.
be true.
Yeah. Look, I'm not saying he's skating, but he's going to be doing something. Look, it might not be that elaborate if I can't use a stand. So, but I will incorporate a skateboard somehow.
I think you can use a stand, but not a diorama.
Oh, okay, a stand. Oh well, look, yeah, well, okay, then
And-
we might be
And you're not
getting
allowed to
somewhere.
Photoshop the stand out. You just do it as is.
I know. I like to do that. Yes, I won't do it. I promise. I won't do it. All right, I'm hyped up. Okay. Now, often says, is the 10K impulse buy a streaming setup? Actually, you know what? Whilst
Play
you
Logan.
mention it,
Play Logan. This
freaking
deserves Logan.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's hot.
Damn you, often. Look, I did
Roast
go
is
into
on.
a store yesterday. I did go into a store and I was thought about getting that camera that I wanted to get and upgrading it. But then I walked past a game store. Now, you guys can blame Lani for this. I got an impulse buy and I picked up Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I had a look yesterday.
favorite.
Holy moly. Holy moly. The book, I'm already thinking about things to do with the book. Yeah. Anyway, I wasn't going to get it. I wanted to think
Iron Man
about
can
it.
use the book.
I mean, could use the
And the
book.
skateboard. He could
And the
skateboard
skateboard.
reading the book.
Casting some spells, maybe. You never know. Look, I'm going to keep some things under wraps.
Yeah,
Keep some
do
things
that.
under wraps.
You need to do that.
But you've got a sneak peek here. It will be incorporated somehow at some point. But I was going to think about picking up Strange. I'm like, oh, you know, I probably just need to think about it. And Lani was the one who said, just do it. Just get it.
It's
Put it on
amazing.
film. It's a record. So I
Yeah,
had to do
mine's
it.
still laughing about the dolls. Yours is positively reinforcing you.
She does that so then she can make
Dude.
me feel guilty later.
Ah,
That's what
for
it
the bag.
is. And
For the bag.
yeah.
I get that.
It's a setup. It's a setup. John kills clickers with verbal abuse. I would.
Yeah, you would.
Actually would. Clickers really swear.
Aussie swearing.
Oh God. It can get bad. Now, Joel's saying a few things here. I think, where was I? I am excited. I'm excited, Joel.
Your mic is exiting and you are exciting.
Yeah, I am exciting.
Excited.
No Photoshop to everyone. Yeah, perfect. I'm good with that.
Morning,
Renz
Renz.
is in the house. We need that hawk sound
Dude,
effect.
Press the hawk guy.
Okay,
This is what
yeah.
you know what we do.
Good call. Good call, guys. That's good. You know what we do.
Dude, it kind of takes the momentum out of it if it takes like 30 minutes.
Look, so I could have bought the camera, so I could have had my laptop closer so I could do that stuff quicker. But I chose Doctor Strange. Okay, I chose Doctor Strange.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
We could have had a better streaming setup, but it's Doctor Strange instead.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to have to keep bash and get another body in a suit so I can use the other head sculpt. Yes, I know.
Oh yeah, and that's Renz's new artwork he did.
Yes, it is. I was going to send a picture change there. Hit that like button, everybody. Oh, yeah, we always forget. Hit the like button.
He's going double channel again, being green and black.
I feel like we're making Renz work too hard. Poor bugger. He's going to have to keep that up now. You need a stream deck so you can do these vids. Yeah, okay, look.
He just needs to press a button, dude.
Look, when I have money,
focus.
I'm not allowed to see figures. Someone needs to take my mind off it. John, and Logan, what's happening with a lot of Spider-Mans? I know I'm making a video right now, guys, that came out of nowhere on these Spider-Man crouching poses. And I'm going to do a video showing 3 different variations of web crawling type crouching poses. And I'm going to break down the differences between them and, kind of what you need to do to get them into that position, but at your own risk, because they're extremely, what would you say, Anthony? They're extremely stressful on the suit.
Yeah, on the suit. I think you'll
Extremely
have a lot of
stressful.
risk to pinch the suit and to stretch the suit both at the
Yes,
same time. But they look
both
dope.
at the same. They,
So you
yeah,
need
well,
to buy
yeah.
one, one to rock and one to stock.
One to rock and one to stock. Look, there's a reason why I have 3 red and black suits, because
Yeah.
2 of them are going to be in those types of poses, which I call set and forgets, forever poses. So that's what I'm working on, and that's what the 3 variations are. I'm trying to find my favorite ground pound or web crawler pose, and that's how he'll stay. And then my vision is to have every Spider-Man in an iconic type of pose, where I don't necessarily need to go back and repose all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, WRC Riley in the
Where's
house.
John?
Where's John? Why
He
you always
always
say
does
where's
that.
John? He
He
always
always does
does.
that.
How dare you?
Like your
Let's
drags.
get
You
on
should
like
play
into.
drags.
Yeah,
Skip
should
Sharon
play
Logan to
drags.
5K. Unsubscribe to the rest of Mary Man Logan. Dude.
Uh,
Go
God
back to
damn
your
it.
roots. Take a slice of
Even look,
humble pie. Go back
in
to
saying that, Wolverine is on the way. Finally, he came in. He's on the way.
Oh,
He's on
dude,
the way.
just
So
now.
yeah, because I get it from an Australian site generally these
Oh,
days, so
but I'm
it
usually
takes a little bit longer.
I'm usually late with every figure because I get everything at
Yeah.
wholesale
Yeah,
batches.
yeah.
That's so
You beat
weird.
me on this one. You beat me
So
on this
weird.
one.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us to us. We got 13 y'all in the house. Who's ready to go? Let's cover the top 5. Let's get into it now that everyone's caught up in the chat. So if you're just tuning in, we're going to go through our top 5 actors in comedy, or basically actors that we find make us laugh. And we're going to give you our own takes and go through our own, I guess, the way that we decide what we think's funny. Let us know
Yeah.
in the chat what yours are along the way as well, because we want to know what guys you find funny. It's not easy. It's not easy trying to nail it down to 5, but we've got a 5. Which
Yeah,
brings
so
me
I
to.
got 5 plus 3 honorable mentions. So I kind of had 8.
Oh, yes, let's do that. Yes, let's do that. I'll do an honorable mention. You do yours first, and then I'll think of the one I was going to put in there, which I think I already know.
Okay. So first, how do I select it again?
I'll create a banner next time for honorable
Are you able
mentions,
to
and
do
then
it?
we'll just do
Or
it.
I think you need to add mine, don't you?
Oh, hang on. Yep.
Okay, cool. So my honorable mentions. First of all,
Like how you did it.
there were too many actors that I could mention, so also in the top 5. So I kind of had this rule for myself, even though we didn't agree upon that
Mhm.
I would focus on movies and
Mhm.
not as much series. John Cleese actually was in my top 5 because he also did like
Ooh.
Monty Python movies, but I thought, yeah, I think his is mainly like series based, television
Mm.
show based, and not movie based. But otherwise, he would have been in my top 5 because
Mm.
I think, especially for his time, John Cleese was brilliant. He's like a physical actor, and he writes great dialogue,
Mm.
if you can call it dialogue. So if it wasn't based solely on movies, my top 5, then he would have been there because he's genius. Kevin
Yes.
Hart, not so much a genius, I think, but I just love everything Kevin Hart does.
I thought he'd
think-
be higher in your list, to be fair. I'm surprised to see him on the honorable mentions.
Yeah, you should see my top 5, dude. But
Okay.
if there's a Kevin Hart movie, I don't think it would make me rush to the movies, but it would
Mhm.
definitely make me rush to Netflix. So
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, if it doesn't make me rush to the movies, he shouldn't be in my top 5 probably.
Yep. That's a good call.
Yeah, but I really like his movies.
Nice.
Adam Sandler, I just think Adam Sandler's a legend, dude.
Mm.
I think he does a lot in the industry. I think he does a lot for the industry. From what I've heard, he's really good at protecting his colleagues and creating like a very nice workspace where everyone's
Cool.
appreciated. So I think he should be somewhere in there. He didn't
Mm.
make it because, look, it's weird, right? It was really hard for me to make this top 5. So
It really was.
I
It
just
really
selected
was.
5 people that had something unique for me in the time that they were at their peaks.
Yep.
he could have been in there, but I think he's like a lower number than the other 5 for me. But he
Mm,
did a lot more. He did a lot
mm,
more movies, and he did a lot more for the movie. So he could have been in there, but dude, it was so hard. So he was
yeah.
left out.
I get that. I get that. Look, Sandler is an honorable mention. I'd put him as an honorable mention too.
Yeah.
Still to this day, Happy Gilmore. I remember we went to a video store back in the day where for my birthday with my friends, it would always rain on my birthday in Tasmania, and we'd got a movie and we got Happy Gilmore, not knowing anything, and I reckon we watched that movie like 100 times. Like from then, we absolutely love that movie. So he'll always have a fond memory. But like you're right, coming to this list, there's a lot of people that I would say most of you guys are going to go no way, and I would put people like Jim Carrey and things like that above my list. But I've just gone off personally what I find, the humor I find more funny, I guess.
Yeah.
And things that I rewatch more or think about more. But Sandler would definitely be an honorable mention too. I didn't have Kevin Hart or Cleese in my top 5. My only other honorable mention, I'm sure you might even have in your list, and I still don't know your list. So I might just leave it until then, and I'll just bring up that point if they are in your list. I'll just bring up the number 5. But very good honorable mentions there, sir. Let's get on to number 5 now. My number 5, I think some of you might agree with me on this one. It's actually Mark Wahlberg, not Will Ferrell.
Not Seth Rogen, Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, I decided to put him at number 5. Now he was flirting around the top 5 there for a while, falling in and then falling out.
He was like the first one you mentioned. As soon as the topic set up, you mentioned him.
Yeah, and that's why he had to make the list. I put down here little highlights of films that I've found him funny in, and then I find his type of humor. I would say The Other Guys is probably one of my favorite comedies there is, that I can think of in recent memory. And me and Lani just laugh our asses off when we watch this film because of both these guys. Yes, and then we have The Big Hit here. So The Other Guys, The Big Hit. Big Hit was one of my first films that when I was younger, I'm going to share with you guys here. We watched The Big Hit and I was obsessed with that movie. Me and my friend would literally watch the trailer over and over until we waited for it to come out on DVD before we could watch the film again after we saw it at the movies. Just a classic. He was so funny without necessarily being overly trying to be too funny. And that's what I've liked about Mark Wahlberg. His style of comedy is very different. And I find him very funny when it comes to just how he does the lines or how he is. Story time, piss off. But I also threw in Two Guns because I think he's very funny in that with Denzel. If you guys haven't seen that, check that out. Denzel and Mark Wahlberg, awesome movie. Ted 1 and 2, obviously he's hilarious, but I really found him funny in Pain and Gain as well. Now, would you agree that you like The Rock, so you've surely seen Pain and Gain, but
yeah,
the style of the way they put that together and the way he plays the character is hilarious. Like when he's yelling, "I'm a doer" and things like that.
Yeah, when we talked about the topic, I had never thought about putting Mark Wahlberg in there, but I guess you're right. I mean, we also talked about it could be actors in comedies, and I think all the Bayverse Transformers movies are like comedies. So he could have been in there. But yeah, he wouldn't have been my pick just because he wouldn't spring to mind if we're talking about comedy.
Come on, guys. The Other Guys, go back and rewatch The Other Guys and see how funny he is. Look, I'd stand up to all these movies here. Of him being hilarious in these movies. That's the reason why he made it, because these are some of my favorite, like The Other Guys, The Big Hit, Pain and Gain, Two Guns. They're movies that I love. And he's funny in other movies, and I find he's definitely gotten better at doing comedy, but the humor he has and the way he portrays the humor in these films, that's why he made my top 5. Now let's just check the chat before we...
I think it's especially funny because he does like these big blockbuster action movies. I think that's why the comedy makes it extra funny.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, it's just the humor. His humor with him and Will Ferrell together were just so funny.
Is that Happy Gilmore?
Yeah. Go home. Look, Often's losing it. He just burst a blood vessel. Story time. Back in
Back
my
in
day.
my
Come on, Renz.
day.
You're supposed to back me up, Renz. The Happening is
Everything is
funny.
really funny. I get
Don't talk
annoyed
to
by
Lani
most
about that. She'll
Shyamalan
lose it.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lani hates that movie to
Yeah.
the core. It's one of her least favorite movies ever, which is hilarious. We got a new person here, 14
Oh, welcome.
Wellington.
14
What's
Wellington.
up? Welcome to the
Not
show.
that new to SSP. Like, he's an old staple in SSP, but
Yeah,
not in the rundown, I think. This is your first time in the rundown, right?
I think so. I think so. Seeing in the chat.
Welcome,
Although,
dude.
don't ask me. I'm Ian Dory, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. So that's my number 5. Okay.
Cool.
Love it. Hate it. Let us know in the chat what your number 5, if you have a top 5 list figured out of your favorite actors in comedy. Our first 2 picks are going to give you a good idea of how we kind of judge, like what we find funny. Let me remove that. Shall we go to your number 5?
Let's do it. My number
Boom.
5 is Jim Carrey. Boom.
Boom.
I think the first movie I saw from him is Ace Ventura. I think that one was before Dumb and Dumber, right? Ace Ventura, I think it was like, it's 94. So I really loved Ace Ventura, The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, but even The Truman Show and Batman Forever. I really like. He's like a very physical character, kind of like John Cleese. I can imagine that he took a lot of inspiration from John Cleese. Maybe not, like I can really see it, like the comparison. I don't know if he's underrated. Do you think he's underrated, or do people?
Look, I'm glad you picked him because I wanted to talk about him. He was originally going to be in my top 5, and then I got to a point where I was like, when I was young growing up, Ace Ventura, like you said, all those movies, I thought they were hilarious.
Yeah.
But I don't go back and rewatch them. And it got me thinking, I'm like, for me, actually, Jim Carrey's, some of his favorite performances, his serious ones that I actually love. I love him as an actor for roles like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, one of my favorite movies still to this day. And that's not a comedy, but there's funny moments. So I think that's why he didn't make my list. I don't think he's underrated. I think he's considered pretty fair. I think he gets looked at it being a little crazy now because he's had some interesting things in the media, which I don't agree or disagree with. I think, he's an artist. So I think you've got to be a little kooky to be as great as an artist as he is.
Probably.
Him as the Grinch, like he didn't even need the makeup to be the Grinch. Like he's that good. I think he's a comedy genius, and I'd say Liar Liar is probably one of my favorite movies on that list. There, I love that movie.
I think The Mask will be one of my favorites.
That's a classic. That is a classic.
And I really like I've rewatched a lot of these movies with my eldest. He's 12 at the moment, so I get to like see all the guilty pleasure movies. And
good point,
dude. He's amazing. And when I was picking these actors, I was really also thinking about how they made me feel and how much I enjoyed them back in the days. Not specifically how much I enjoy them at the moment. So that's the way I picked these.
Yeah. Well, look, if I was going off nostalgia, he'd be top 5 easy.
Yeah.
But I kind of went off. What I'm into at the moment, I guess. And I think for me at the moment, I'm not into his comedy as much. I'm into the other stuff he's done, like Number 23 and shit like that. I love his other performances like that more than I probably love the comedy of those films now if I was to go back and rewatch them.
Yeah.
I think.
And I think
But
that's kind of the fun of how we are doing this series with the top 5s. We both use a different way of picking the actors and different inclusion and exclusion criteria, which kind of makes it extra fun for me at least.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think where I'm at now, I kind of look at some of these movies that he did in the younger days, like kind of quite silly comedy, and I've never been over the top comedy. I like that's why I think I loved one of the people on my list so much is the delivery of the comedy. Like my sense of, and everybody's sense of humor is different, which is interesting. So often saying Cameron Diaz's first movie was The Mask. It was. She was so hot
Dude,
in that.
yeah.
Mark Wahlberg is funnier than Jim Carrey. No, that's not what I'm saying.
It's a different type
Different
of yeah,
him.
you were kind
Yeah.
of saying it though, but because it's your top 5 and it's fine. But I think the unique selling point of Mark Wahlberg in this list is that it's more like self mockery, whereas Jim Carrey is very slapstick / physical
Yeah.
mimicking things. Yeah, over the top.
Yeah, I think,
It's
and
different
that's where
comedy.
it can get down to like what the judging criteria is. Because if I was going to
Yeah.
go, okay, if you're going to put him on stage and have him tell jokes, Jim Carrey's going to, be way funnier or objectively funnier. Yeah, Vinny Chase. But whereas when I watch the films that I talked about with Mark Wahlberg, I'm just laughing my ass off all the time, and that sticks in my
Yeah.
mind, and that's what reminds me, just the way he delivers lines.
Yeah.
I think in a film setting, for me, is why I found him more funny than the slapstick stuff. When I was younger, I loved that, but I haven't watched these films in years, and that's got to play a part in what how we decide things.
For me, not. For me, it doesn't. For me, rewatching the movies now is not a part in picking these. I actually tried to go back into the days where all of these guys were in their primes, how much I enjoyed it, how hyped it was for the movies, how much impact they made on me. But as you will see, it's going to be because of different reasons.
Yeah. I love that. Because I'm not thinking like that at all. It's so interesting when you come out and I go like, that is a great point. That is a good way to do it. Then I think if I try to do that, I'll end up just confusing myself. I'm just going to stick with going with my gut.
That's why you need to set your list first, and I'll do mine after.
Yeah. So that's number 5. Let us know your number 5. Does anybody else put any number 5s in here? I think often said that he agreed. I think he agreed that
5 out of 5.
I can't see where the comment is, but I think often said, Mark Wahlberg was cool. So no one else has really put any numbers in there. Come on, guys, let us know.
Jim Carrey is one of his favorite actors in general.
Oh yes, boom, yes. I love him in the Sonic movies. I'd actually quite like him, and I love those Sonic movies because Mila will kind of watch that with me. So if I can get her to watch a movie with me, it's it's a big thing. But he's great in those movies. Okay, let's go to my number 4. Let's just change the banner, guys. Look at this production value. Boom,
technology.
number 4.
Technology.
Watch out. Number 4 for me. What do we got? I don't
Mark
even
Wahlberg.
remember. Mark Wahlberg. Steve Carell. Okay, my number 4 is Steve Carell. And I put this Michael Scott quote there because me and Lani have watched the whole series of The Office probably like 4 times through now. It's one of those shows that we'll just have on in the background all the time. So when it came to choosing, I thought funny people that their comedy that I really enjoy. I mean, the amount of quotes I've stolen from Michael Scott and used at work in my time, like to the point of having the world's best boss, coffee mugs and things like that.
I love him making his quote out of someone else's quote. Dude, that's funny.
Yeah. He's so serious about it too. Oh man, I just laugh so much when I watch Steve Carell doing comedy. So I put his highlights here too. So obviously The Office, just had to it's just so funny. We just had to, and that's all the cast. It's not just him in the show. The whole cast is hilarious. But I added in a few other things that he's been in, and there's way more that I could have put on here. But The 40-Year-Old Virgin, absolute classic. Loved that back in the day. Crazy Stupid Love is awesome with him and Gosling. Love that movie. He was hilarious in The Anchormans. Despicable Me. He is hilarious in Despicable Me. What else did I put there? There's a franchise. Yeah. And what else has he done recently? I was going to put on the list, but I thought it was hilarious. Oh, Evan Almighty. I even thought Evan Almighty was funny. That was an old school one. But Steve Carell, for me, he's just his style of comedy, especially in The Office, I just think was a master stroke. Just what a performance. And whenever I think of comedy, I think of how much I've laughed at his expense. So he had to be in the list for me. My number 4, Steve Carell. Come at me often. Come at me! Come at me. Anybody else in the chat? Come on. Come with me. Ooh, often says Martin Lawrence, Blue Streak, Big Mama's House. Nice. Bad Boys, classic.
Classic.
Good choice. Good choice.
I almost put
Good
Will Smith
choices.
in there, but
Yeah.
not. I think all my top fives have something unique enough for them to be in there. I'm not saying Will Smith is like 13 in a dozen, but yeah, he didn't make honorable mention for me.
Fucking often. Half of those aren't even Steve Carell movies. Get out of here. 40-Year-Old Virgin is Crazy Stupid Love is okay. He's not main in those other ones, but Despicable Me, he's he's the main voice. And like I've watched those a lot because I watched them with Miller growing up, so
Cool.
I like him as that. See, Renz is on my side.
See,
See,
Renz
thank
agrees.
you, Renz. Boom.
You know how
In
we
your
do.
face. In your face, often. Take that. That's my number 4. Let's move on to yours. Boom,
Cool.
boom. What do we got?
Who do you think is on my 4?
I have no idea with you. You're so secretive. You're so
I know,
freaking
I know.
secretive.
Okay. So, I switched 3, 4, and 5 around quite a lot,
Mhm.
and all for different reasons. So it was pretty difficult for me to differentiate between these, because I really love Jim Carrey,
Mhm.
but I also really like how unique my number 4 is because he created all these characters, and it's Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh, good point.
Dude, he
Good
started out
pick.
with LG in like
Classic.
2000s,
Yep.
and then after that, Borat and Bruno, and The Dictator.
Yep.
that was fun as well. Aladdin and
Yes.
Madagascar as King Julian, and I really loved King Julian. I don't think I can
Julian.
do his voice right now, but I used to do when I was watching it with my eldest. King Julian is so much fun as well. I think he goes really deep into the character, like a caricature. So not deep into the
He
character,
does.
but he actually make a caricature of any character he does, and he just stays in there.
Yeah.
His hardcore method, and I love that. I think he is like a genius, and I had to put him in my top 5.
That's a great pick. He didn't even come across my mind when I was thinking. This was just so broad. Hey, but he makes such a great point. I think you accidentally stuck a picture of you in here with the green leotard. I don't know why you put
Yeah,
that
that's
in
me.
there, but
It's my vacation
why you
picture. Have
why you
sexy
got that in
time.
there? Why you got that in there? Come on. I'm just trying to think. Like we used to laugh so much when we would watch Ali G clips, but probably more so for me, it was Borat. I found Borat the funniest character that he
They
would
were
do.
all funny because Ali G was so unique, and people just didn't know the people who were interviewed, and he was picking up on a trend of trying to be black. It was just funny as hell. And he's so quick. He is so quick because everything is obviously improv. Well, not his questions, but
Yes.
the reactions to the reactions of people. And I think
he's just
good.
a funny guy.
And Borat was offensive as hell. That was
it's a nice.
It's a nice.
You can't help but do that when you think of him, right? Like
Yeah.
that's his thing. That's his thing. That's
Yeah.
that made an
Dude.
impact.
Yeah. I love that.
That's how you know. Yeah, great pick. Great pick. I didn't come across my mind, but when you mention it, definitely great pick. Lakagi says Michael Scott is iconic. He is iconic. I think this is a reference for him. And then I've never seen The Office. And have no desire to. Ouch. Back on The Office, this another catchphrase that I would always use was "That's what she said." That's a Michael Scott classic. That's what she said.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's more. Lakagi, remind me of more if you can. Booyaka.
Booyaka.
Lakagi says, I don't know many people who like it. Then you have me who loves it. Oh yeah. I know heaps of people that love The Office. They're out there. DFB.
The FBI.
DFBI. That's it. See, I don't even remember that. I don't remember that.
That's all I need to say.
Oh, classic pick. Let us know your number 4 pick. Do you guys agree? Do you think he deserves a spot on Anthony's Mount Rushmore of top actors in comedy? I do apologize, guys, too. My voice is going in and out because I've got a very bad sinus thing at the moment. So if my voice sounds funny
No, it
going
makes
in
for
and
a sexy voice.
out. Ooh, I should record some audio.
In a world.
In a world where we go to number 3. Okay, where are we? My number 3. Let's do it. Let's cruise through this
Let's do it.
before I lose
do
my
it.
voice completely. My number 3, dun, 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 Mr. Owen Wilson. I don't mean to cover up Vince Vaughn there because he's also a classic,
He is,
a
he
legend.
is.
But Owen Wilson. Now, this could be influenced a little bit by his recent appearance in Mobius, reminding me how great his comedic timing is. But he's one of those guys where I'll pretty much watch anything he's in. He's just one of those guys I'll watch, one of those.
Yeah.
Everything he's in. And the things that bring me back to that in the highlights, if I think about even just, we'll start down the bottom, Meet the Parents. He's not even a main character in that, but he is so funny as that douchebag in those films, even in the small bits he's in. It's just a classic. Then you got Shanghai Nights and Shanghai Noon with Jackie Chan. Loved those movies. Starsky and Hutch, Bacardi and Cola, Do It. For those that know, you know. He is hilarious in that. Him and Ben Stiller together was so funny in that film. Starsky and Hutch was one of our top comedies when I was younger, growing up. They were just classics. Wedding Crashers, one of my favorite comedies of all time. Him and Vince Vaughn. Put him with anyone. Put him with Ben Stiller. Put him with Tom Hiddleston. Put him with Vince Vaughn. Put him with whoever. He's just funny. He's just a funny guy, and I think why he's so high on my list is I have actors or artists that I like that I'm drawn to their aura, and to me he's like another Robert Downey in his own way, but he's got his own unique, like I love Robert Downey for
It's a weird comparison, but I kind of get it.
You know what I mean? Like, you know,
and I think it has to do with because when we talked about the topic of this show, Owen Wilson was, I think it was Mark Wahlberg was your first that came to mind. Owen Wilson was the first that came to my mind. And it's funny that Lokage mentioned Chris Tucker and you're mentioning Owen Wilson because I went a different route. But Owen Wilson, it's kind of the way that he uses melody and cadence as part of the art of his delivery, and I think Robert Downey Jr. does the same thing. It's not comparable the way they use it because Robert Downey's is very snappy and quick and very precise. But Owen Wilson has like it's very
so hard to explain,
cadence, right? Yeah,
it's very hard to explain,
and it makes his delivery very dry and witty. In Holland they call dry humor. I don't know if it's the same.
Yeah, where he's funny without being funny, without trying to be funny. It's like
he tries.
I don't know. I find it so like I find it quite natural, especially in this, like when they're given speeches or just even moments in this film in Wedding Crashers. Just how he would say if something happens and how he reacts. It's everything. It's the mannerisms. Even in Armageddon, he was funny in Armageddon. I still remember him in that movie. Like just the lines he had, the one-liners. I don't know how to explain it, but when I think of people that I enjoy and make me smile when I watch the stuff they're in, Owen Wilson is one of those people that just makes me smile, even to the point where there's this guy on Instagram who does his voice, does it to perfection. The Star Wars guy,
and he does. I think I don't know if you were talking about the same one, but he's doing. If it's the one I'm thinking about, he also does Mark Wahlberg. Is it the same one?
No, that's a different. No, this is a different guy.
This is a different
guy. Yeah, there's another guy who does like Owen Wilson as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and
he
hits his cadence perfectly. Like, and it's like that's so Owen Wilson, and it really is. It's just like Owen Wilson would, the way he would say a line. It's almost like he changes the line. It's almost like there's no way someone could have written that for him. I feel like when I'm watching it, I feel like it's not. This isn't what someone's written. He's turned it into how he would say it by saying different words at different. I don't know.
I've heard one of his co-actors. I don't know which one it was again, but heard describe Owen Wilson as a wizard of words, and it's really like that, right? He has a way of using words to create like an atmosphere or something.
Yeah, yeah. And look, the movies I've put here, I could put way more of his movies on there that I find him good. And even in ones where he's not necessarily trying to be funny, where it's more like a serious film, or because he's done some great serious films, and other roles that aren't just comedy, which he was really good in. And just put it this way, I pretty much will watch any movie he's been in and done. And he's always the highlight of the film for me, generally.
Cool.
And then comparing that with putting him with certain people, like him and Vince Vaughn together, and this is just classic. It's like a classic buddy, two ballers, going on an adventure together. Just
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
So he'll always be up there. And then his latest turn in Loki and soon to be Deadpool, no doubt. You imagine him and Ryan Reynolds together. Oh my God. Like, I'll be having something gasm, whatever gasm that would be. It'd be one of those.
Something
A Pedro gasm. I'd be having a Pedro gasm.
Yeah.
But yeah, Owen Wilson for me, definitely up there. Now I'm saying because in films, he's one of my funny guys. What is the chat?
This is your number 3, right?
My number 3, bro. And you guys will notice my top 3 are more the aura vibe of the person, I think, is what drives me to it. I'm not like gauging it on if you're analytically saying this person's done more funny things or more comedies or things like that.
Yeah.
I think about the types of people that I like watching and that make me smile and laugh. And that's who these people are. Because to me, they can be funny in things that aren't even meant to be funny. They're funny, or they make things fun. In a world where the mic works, I think my mic's been on fire. I think my mic has been on fire. When was the last time my mic cut out? Come on, tell me.
Yeah, so last week, for a bit in the beginning as well. But I kind of feel like your mic and your voice are in cahoots. So when one is working fine, then the other will drop out. Something like that.
Could be. I think that could be it. Bloody hell. This mic is a soldier. Too bad his talents were wasted on episode 5. Get out of here. I need a clip. Okay, I'm going to try and make a clip of me booting someone, sending someone to timeout, so I can send Offen to timeout.
Yeah, I also think that Owen Wilson was originally in the director's cut of the fight of The Last of Us, but he was cut out.
He was. I forgot to put number 3 up there.
This is your number 3.
This is my number 3. Lukagi says number 4, Will Ferrell, Step Brothers, Anchorman, Blades of Glory. Slap me into who I am today. Shape me to who I am today. Very obnoxious. Cool. Look, yeah, Will Ferrell definitely. There's a film that's probably one of my funniest films of all time that I could have put him on the list for that, but there's reasons for it. Will Ferrell, he is pretty damn funny. He would probably be an honorable mention for me. I need to get the OG series on physical media. What's that for?
I don't know that.
And Offen's also
the OG rundown, not the rundown, the Office series.
Yeah, do it. Robin Williams.
Yeah, he's not one of my. I'm kind of biased towards or versus Robin Williams because when he was doing stand-up comedy, he kind of wasn't that original and took some of the premises or material from other comedians to have his shows. So I never really loved Robin Williams. I liked the movies he did, but I never really loved Robin Williams as an actor.
Whereas I would say, and I'm glad you brought him up often because he could have been on my list, but kind of like Jim Carrey, my favorite stuff with Robert Williams is not the deliberate funny stuff. Like Good Will Hunting is one of my favorite movies ever, and his performance as the psychiatrist in it is one of my favorite performances. He is that film, and him in that film is my favorite thing with him ever. But I like Even in Hook,
which is kind of like a funny action movie. The things that was more memorable is when he's pretty serious.
Yes, all his serious stuff. Right. If you go back and look at his films, the serious movies, I love him in those films, more so than his slapstick style of comedy. Even Jumanji. I mean, I love Jumanji as a kid, and him in that, the original. Yeah, so he would definitely have been an honorable mention, but more. No, he'd be more in my serious side, I'd say. Funnily enough, but yes, Owen Wilson for me, number 3. Ricardi Cola, Do It. Him and Ben Stiller together were classic in Starsky and Hutch. Oops.
Oh, spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
So,
Let's go to
my number
number
3.
3. Boom. Good
Do I
pick.
make you horny, baby? Do I? Do I make you randy? Yeah,
Randy.
baby.
That's some classic
Yeah,
characters.
so Mike
Look
Myers,
at that. Yeah, that's
dude,
some classic characters.
he had such a big impact, or I loved his stuff so much with Austin Powers.
Mhm.
I was 14 at the time when Wayne's World came out. Bohemian
Wow.
Rhapsody was like a classic. They made it on such a low budget, and I think they've written it themselves, him and Dana Garvey.
Yeah, I think so.
And I really loved that movie, dude. I don't know why.
Mm.
I don't even know why, but it was awesome. It was kind of the Bill and Ted's meets
Mhm.
grungy music meets sarcasm meets self mockery, and it was everything. Yeah, so I really liked that movie. And then Austin
Yeah.
Powers came, and that took Myers to a whole other level for me. Because he did different characters, of course. He had
Mhm.
the $1 million quote that we
I
even
mean, there's so many memes and catchphases from his
Dude,
comedy.
yeah.
You're like, that's
and he did Fat Bastard.
Get in my belly.
Get in my belly. It was, yeah. I loved Austin Powers. And then he did Shrek, and I also loved Shrek as well.
Yeah, love Shrek. Love the
uh,
Shreks.
Yeah, and he is Shrek, right? Just like Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, he is Shrek.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm an ogre.
Yes. If you think about like actors and people that have legacies, you think about iconic characters that they've created. Look at how many iconic characters he's got here. It's crazy. I still to this day will sing I want my baby back, baby back, baby back.
Baby back ribs.
Like, I still will sing that. I still will sing that.
Belly.
Still to this day. So that's how you know that they're an icon. Always Dr. Evil stuff, always out there.
Yeah.
Good pick, Anthony. What do you guys in the chat think? Do you agree with
Freaking
Anthony's pick
lasers.
for number 3? Do you agree with his number 3? I think that's a good choice. I'm intrigued now to see who your number 2 and number 1 is. I feel like your number 1 is going to be my number 1. I feel like it has to be. I could be wrong.
Well, it's not going to be your number 2 because we've seen your number 2.
Yeah, sorry about that. Lakay says, when I was a kid, someone at school told me Mike Myers was a serial killer. Turns out he was just confused with Halloween. It definitely does.
Dude, imagine watching Shrek or Austin Powers or anything, and then hearing at school, dude, you watched that movie? The guy's a serial killer, man. Don't watch that shit.
He kills people.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I think that's a great choice. Classics. Now, I haven't gone back and rewatched any of his films for a long time, but in saying that, he's been pretty quiet for a while. That I haven't really heard of anything coming from him in a long time.
He has, but not in like the lead roles.
Oh, okay. He's probably just chilling. He's probably cashing fat checks from bloody.
He's been doing a ton
royalties.
of movies still.
Really? I have not
Yeah.
seen him in anything recently. You know,
I
I'm
think you
pretty versed in
have.
looking at films
Dude,
coming out.
I have brain farts when I stream, but I'm pretty sure you have seen him, but you just don't remember.
Yeah, probably.
Because it's not lead roles.
Yeah, probably. Nothing mainstream that I really
I think the one with
then.
Austin Butler, Elvis. I think Elvis was the last one he did.
Oh shit, and he's in that.
Dude, he's in a
Mind
lot. He's really
Mind
look at that
games.
page, because he's been
Do it.
doing a lot. Wait,
Do it. Wonder if there's a new Shrek coming. We haven't heard anything about Shrek.
dude, I don't know.
Yeah. They'll have to get Cameron Diaz out of retirement for that one.
Amsterdam 2022,
Oh shit.
Terminal, Bohemian Rhapsody, Last Night, The Being Canadian Chris Farley, Supermanch, Shrek Forever After. I've seen that one. I've seen it. Inglourious
Yeah.
Bastards. Let's
Shit.
later.
Damn. Okay. Iron Dory strikes again. There you go. Damn. Okay. Let's do it. Number 2. Now, y'all guys know it breaks my heart to even have him at number 2 and not have him number 1. But number 1 is so number 1. He just has to be number 1.
Dude, you're not going to tell me that Mark Wahlberg is at your 5 and you 1 as well, right?
No. No. Not
Okay,
quite.
cool.
Mr.
IDJ.
Robert Downey Jr. Look, just hear me out. I know it's comedy, but I think he is a fantastic comedian.
You missed
I've put
Dr.
some
Doodle.
highlights here. Yeah, no.
What a
Let's forget
rebound
about
movie
that.
for him.
Let's forget about that one. Now, look, I put him here because to me, Iron Man, in all the films he's been in, tons of films, he's always funny. He always has funny moments throughout those films, and that's my style of comedy. The way, just again, I'm attracted to the style of delivery, the charisma. I think is what draws me to who I find funny, and the way they talk, people's cadence. Like, Owen Wilson has his way, Robert Downey Jr. has his way, Mark Wahlberg has his way. They all have their particular way of communicating. But Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, one of my favorite movies. He's hilarious in that, without necessarily deliberately trying to be hilarious. It just has funny. He's just funny in that. That's why to me, I love that humor. Sherlock Holmes, I even think he has funny moments in that.
Yeah.
Tropic Thunder, come on.
Sherlock Holmes was kind of like Tony Stark, right? When he played Sherlock Holmes.
Look, I'm biased. I thought he was different as that character, but I still thought he had his RDJ humor.
Yeah.
Lakagi, don't try and make me cry, bro. Ban Lakagi.
Classic RDJ.
Someone ban him.
Here's Logan.
And
Play
that
Logan.
method.
Running away.
Freaking hell.
Oh,
You're a dick.
Oh, that's hot.
It was a good
And
one,
here's
though.
my response.
No.
See, Happy Gilmore.
Oh,
Look,
he is.
even him.
You shoot him again
His
on- on
performance.
speed dial.
His performance, even still, is one of the funniest things ever. It'd be funny to pick our top 5 comedy films because that'd be very different.
Yeah, very different.
Lakagi says number 3, Jack Black, mostly because I love Tenacious D and Nacho Libre. Nice. I'm going to actually see Tenacious D this year. Epic. I agree. Jack Black is hilarious. I love him in the Jumanji films as well. I think he's great with The Rock and Kevin Hart and Karen Gillan in those movies. I think they're great.
What are the ones where they go to Las Vegas called again? What is it called again?
Hangover.
Oh yeah, I love the Hangover movies.
Yeah, see those movies. Yeah, classics.
That'd be
we
Cash
should do.
Billions, number 1.
Fuck it. Do I have to do it again? For fuck.
Oh, that's hot.
No, Jason Momoa's one.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, Robert Downey for me again. It's more so just because I'm obsessed with his charisma and how he just talks and how he is and how he's wit. I love really witty people, and that's I think evident in my list.
Yeah.
They're all like witty type people. That's
Hence
my
Mark
type of
Wahlberg.
comedy. Hence Mark Wahlberg. Hence Robert Downey Jr. Hence Owen Wilson. Hence even Steve Carell's not really witty, but
Yeah, he is. Kind of.
Michael Scott is an icon. So Michael Scott for life. So RDJ,
Cool.
what can we say? He's the man. Come on, guys. I think Often's with me. He agreed.
He agreed. Okay,
What
so my
about
number 2.
your number 2?
So, like I said, it's funny that you picked Owen Wilson, and I think Lakagi picked Chris Rock, because my number 2 is Jackie Chan.
Ooh,
Not
nice.
because he's the best actor, not because I think he's the funniest, but he is unique in his kind of way.
Mhm.
Dude, you can't say Jackie Chan is not a GOAT in something. And it's especially
I
like
agree
martial
though. I think
arts
he's
action.
hilarious.
choreography.
Yeah.
He's funny. He's not Chris Rock. He's not Chris Tucker funny. But I think he's a legend. I think he's a fucking legend because of what he
Yes.
does and with
Yes.
how much he puts everything of him in it.
Yeah.
And when we're talking about the top 5, we weren't saying the funniest actors. We weren't saying the funniest movies. We didn't even say comedians in movies. It's just
Mm.
top 5 actors in fun shit. And
Yeah.
Jackie Chan is definitely in my number 2. I think the first movie I saw was Police Story. And then all the kung fu movies, and they were pretty. The action was pretty funny. Not that they were fun movies, but no, they were funny movies. But the action was pretty funny. But then when it comes to comedy, I think Rush Hour, Shanghai Noon, and Kung Fu Panda, they were just pretty cool movies. I love those movies.
Bro, they are amazing. I think if I think back, the Rush Hour films, the Shanghai films, with him with Owen Wilson and him with Chris Tucker, classics. And they are ones that we have gone back and rewatched and just enjoy. I saw all those movies in the cinema when I was younger. All these Shanghai and Rush Hour ones. You're right. See, I think Jackie Chan deserves to be in there because he allows those other guys to be great at his expense a lot of the time, and that takes skill. And then I would even argue that
the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Oh, and we need to clip that. That needs to be a little video. I think I know how to do that. Shimon! Oh, I want to watch that again. But his physical comedy, especially in the Shanghai films and Rush Hour, his physical comedy, and it's just, great pick. I didn't think to add him in there, but now that you say that, he definitely deserves it. What do you guys in the chat think? Let us know. I think Jackie Chan, wow, great pick, Anthony. You're balling this week with picks. Balling. Drunken Master. What would you say is your favorite thing with him in it? If you had to pick one of his films,
I think the Rush Hour movies. If it's about comedic movies, I think the Rush Hour movies.
Yeah.
I think Police Story has like nostalgia for me, but it's not like a funny movie. I really love Owen Wilson and Shanghai Noon and their chemistry together. But for me, it would be Rush Hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Two iconic franchises, really.
Yeah.
I want to go back and watch.
Panda, so it's 3 iconic.
I
would call Kung Fu Panda iconic.
Yeah. Well, I love Kung Fu Panda. You know, they're doing a new one. Woohoo! Jack Black too, baby.
Nice.
They're doing a new one. Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming soon, I think, actually. It's within the year, I think, or within a year, or something like that. I saw a thing for it. Great pick. Fantastic pick. And you know what? Now I want to go back and watch Rush Hour and Shanghai Nights again. You should. Yeah.
And he's not funnier than Chris Tucker in Rush Hour. And he's not funnier than Owen Wilson in Shanghai Noon. But I think you hit it right on the nail when you said he allows the other people to shine even more.
Yeah, I think you need someone like that. There's not, that's a skill. That's a freaking skill.
Yeah.
And his I think naivety, is that the word? As those characters is what I find so charming and hilarious. Like, he'll kick everybody's ass, but in such a innocent, fun, creative way. And that definitely deserves to be up there. Great pick. Kagi agrees. Jackie Chan is a legend. The Drunken Master. Yeah, I'm going to go back watch some Jackie Chan again.
Yeah,
great pick. All right. Well, that brings us to our number ones. Do you guys want to guess? Guess in the chat what you think both our number ones are. Do it. Hop on get those fingers clicking.
Would it be the same one, you think?
I think it is.
We actually don't know, by the way. We actually
don't know. I think it is. Oh, there's only one other person I could think that you would have in there, but I don't know if you would pick them as comedy. But I think you will. I don't know. There's one other person.
I don't think
there's
it's
two
the same
people.
one,
I think.
I don't think it's the same one.
You don't think it is? Okay, so then I know who it is.
No.
If it's not the same one, I know who it is.
Maybe people should guess. Maybe people should guess in the chat.
Yeah, guess.
Oh, both are number ones.
Yeah, both. Guess what you think both are. Who do we love as comedians? Who do you think we think is our funny people? If Robert Downey is my number 2, who could possibly be my number 1? I don't know.
Might be, if it's yours, it might be Chris Evans or Paul Rudd.
Killmonger.
No, Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa. While you guys guess, I've got Lani's.
Wait, I know. Yours is Simu Liu.
Okay. No.
Damn.
No. Good try. Good try. Good try. All right, before we give you guys time to think, I'm going to read Lani's top 5 to you guys. She has a lot of honorable mentions. She's got Kevin Hart, Chris Hemsworth, The Rock, and Statham as her honorary mentions. And she says Statham because the movie Spy with
Mhm.
with him in it. Oh, who's Melissa McCarthy? He is so freaking funny in that movie. It's probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen him do. So he's up there for her. But her number 5 was Will
He
Ferrell.
stopped funny.
Yeah. Will Ferrell made Lani's top 5. So he was 5. Ryan Gosling was number 4. She loves her some
Mm.
Ryan Gosling. She
Oh, dude, I
had,
know your number one.
yeah,
It's The Rock.
yeah.
It's going to be The
No,
Rock. Oh, damn.
maybe. I don't know.
Damn it. Damn it, Rock.
Lani had Ryan Reynolds as her 3rd, Mark Wahlberg as her
dude.
2nd, and Cat Williams as her number 1.
Okay,
She loves
yeah.
Cat Williams.
Ryan Reynolds
Cat
needed to
Williams.
be in my top 5. I didn't, but
Yeah.
it should have been.
Yes. Well,
It really
that's
should
what
be,
we're going to get to. That's what we're going to get to. See, it's too many people. Bob Dylan says, anyone say Eddie Murphy? No. But here's my thing. Unless Anthony's going to, I will say Eddie Murphy has done 2 of my favorite stand-ups of all time, and I love him as an actor, and I love the
We're not
Beverly
counting
Hills Cop.
stand-ups. We're not counting stand-ups.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like
Because then I
as
would
in
have said Bill
films,
Murray.
yeah, but that's what I mean. But as in film, whilst I think he's got funny movies, is not. I wouldn't rush out to see a comedy of his as I would to see these other people for my type of humor. I'm going
Yeah,
off my
but
type
Ryan
of humor.
Reynolds, dude, I need to have. I really love Ryan Reynolds.
There's
was
my
not
number
gonna
1.
be number one, though.
Boom,
Yeah.
boom. Come on, baby. No, we need half an hour aside for this. It's okay, Anthony. I'm going to give you a chance to make it up to him. I
You
know
need
he's
to start with
disappointed
Blade
in you
Trinity,
right
of
now.
course. Yeah.
Yeah, you Blade Trinity. I will even go back as far as I've been watching Ryan Reynolds since 2 Guys Ago on a Pizza Place. I have literally seen every single piece of media this man has created.
Yeah.
I am seen everything. Van Wilder, write that down. I've seen I know every catchphrase. I know every single thing. This guy is my spirit animal. Okay, here's my number 1. He's the only person who could beat out Robert Downey Jr. This guy, come on. Look, we're going to spend a lot of time on this, Anthony. Before we do, who else had a guess in here? This just to see if anybody guessed it, because I know y'all didn't.
Yeah, often.
It's
Of
going to be
course.
Ryan
He
Reynolds and
knew.
John. Oh,
He
I think
knew.
he knew. Damn,
Dude, that's a
you got
good
me.
one. It's a good one, often.
I think you're right, Upman.
Dude, I forgot it.
Yes, vanilla ice cream. Now, all the way from 2 Guys Ago on a Pizza Place to Van Wilder to all those other little comedies he was in, but the big thing that really, really got me was Blade Trinity. I was like, holy crap. First of all, I was like, oh, damn, he got jacked because he was so skinny on those other things. I'm like, damn, he got jacked. And I was into fitness then. So I'm like, oh, I want to look like that guy. That's who I want to look like. He's funny. He's charming. He has great one-liners. He's jacked now. He kicks ass. I even went to a Halloween. We had a Halloween party back in the day. I went as Hannibal King. I literally rented a vest. I grew a beard for months in preparation.
Dude, I need to see pictures of that.
Oh, I can get you pictures. Lani's got
We
them.
could do a whole show with just that picture.
That's literally what I did. I grew a beard. I got the vest. I literally tried to I got khakis or whatever trousers he had, and I went as Hannibal King. Not one person at the party knew who I was. I even put the sticker. On there, how he did in the movie when he jumps through to save Blade. I had the sticker. My name is.
Oh, dude.
That's literally.
That is
So-
awesome. I need to see that, dude.
I'll find it for you. We'll
man,
find
that's
it. I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
I'll
it's a
send it
good
to you.
pick. It's a very good
Um,
pick. There aren't words enough that can express how much I love what this man does.
Yeah.
And I don't think I just love what he does. I think I really love what kind of a dude he is.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he's just so hilarious. So
He's
hilarious.
just- His wit. He's one of those other guys that has his own wit, like to the point where I even found myself, when I would, I'm not talking with people on a regular basis when I'm working anymore, but when I used to work with people day in and day out, I'd always find myself, like mimicking him sometimes with certain jokes that I've just heard him do, and I just think it's so funny that I'll just take it.
Shooting up people.
Yeah,
farting
shooting
on
up
them.
people, just
I know what you mean.
like write that down. Just from like that's a line that will always stick with me from Van Wilder. He's like, really, just see you now. Go put that down over there. And write that down, like just shit like that. Like,
That was good. That was good.
like he is just to the point where I'll watch behind the scenes stuff with him. Even still to this day, the Blade Trinity extras where he's talking about his diet and training routine for Blade
Mhm.
Trinity, because I was trying to figure out how I could look like that. And he's making jokes about eating drywall and chipwood for his diet, and just the way he would deliver the lines. I'm like, this guy is a freaking genius. How many other people would write their lines like he does? I don't think there's many other people that would ad
True.
lib and do the crazy shit he's doing in the film. So number one, I put the change up in there. I put Free Guy. I love Free Guy. Deadpool is obviously the character he was meant to play.
Yeah.
Before we talk about it more, have you watched the Deadpool trailer, or have you steered clear?
No. I
Dude.
avoid every trailer.
Okay. I thought you might make an
because
exception for this.
Kind of it spoils stuff for me. It kind of sets like an expectation, like it needs
Yeah.
to do, because it needs to draw people to the movies, and then
Okay.
when the expectation isn't met, then it just sucks. It just lessens the movie experience for me. So I don't.
Okay. Well, what I want to ask you then is, because this trailer, right? And I won't tell you what's in it, because I will say it's the most watched trailer of all time, bigger than Endgame, bigger than No Way Home. It's
Cool.
literally the biggest watched trailer ever. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, but the report I saw is the most watched trailer ever, like over 300 million something views in a couple of days. One of the greatest trailers I've ever seen. The way they hype up the way they have hyped it up is one of the best trailers I've ever seen. Anyway, Anthony's gone away. He doesn't want to get spoiled.
No, I'm not aware.
But
Don't worry, man.
what I think he's also done for the film industry is he's changed the game in marketing and viral marketing. Him and Hugh Jackman have already begun the viral marketing of back and forth, changing the logo, teasing each other, all that stuff. He is the brand. Like he's just wits and smart to create all of these crazy campaigns. And I'm so excited to see what they're going to do from now until when the film comes out. Him and Hugh Jackman going back and forth, whatever marketing viral campaign they're going to do. It's going to be freaking hilarious and fun to watch. My question to you is, will you watch that stuff? Or are you worried that stuff would spoil? And I don't think it would spoil anything from the film, but are you worried about that? So no, on their Instagrams and stuff like that, him and Hugh Jackman,
if it's obviously just fourth wall, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If it's like a trailer or a teaser, then I don't watch it.
Yeah, because like the back and forth stuff on social media where they'll be making fun of each other and doing stuff, I think that is the new direction that if you really want to have massive films that a lot of people are going to have to take. You know what I mean? Like, I think this marketing campaign of them, you getting to see them before the movie comes out as them, I think gets it in people's minds.
Do these two guys really need like a marketing strategy?
I don't know if they need it, but it's definitely going to help, I reckon. Definitely going to get people hyped up to go to the cinema. Maybe. You could argue that it definitely helps because it's the biggest watched trailer. Like, you could argue that, yes.
That's not an argument that it helps. It's just an argument that people will watch it. But you could also say that the fact that it's the biggest watched trailer is just that people are just anxious to go to the movies anyway, even before the trailer.
Maybe.
So I don't know if it helps. I don't know if that works. But I think people are waiting to go to the movies either way.
Look, Agi, look. I think most of the DP3 reviews are from me. Bro, I can't wait for you to see the movie. I can't wait to see the movie.
Jim Carrey and Bernie Mac. Cool.
Oh, nice. Bernie Mac, he's funny.
Yeah. I'm scared of you.
Yeah, so we're caught up on the chats. They need what's that? They need to
get that Billy,
share those out for us. I know, but look, Ryan Reynolds, I think he's just so hilarious in the way he delivers his comedy, the way he interacts on social media as well. You get closer to them. You know what I mean? Like you get, I think, getting to see that side and see the real humor. For me, at least, anyway. I find I laugh at everything he does. I'm just a shill for Ryan Reynolds, essentially. Even the
Yeah.
movies that are like Red Notice isn't necessarily a very good movie, but I'd watch
Dude,
it because of him.
Welcome to Wrexham isn't like a comedy, but I just love it because he's in it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I even went and watched his interview with David Letterman on David Letterman's like interview
Mm,
show just because I just want to see everything that he has to say.
yeah.
So that's my number one.
He's just
Anything
a
else you want
lovable
to add
person.
on?
That's kind of it. Yeah.
I think
Lovable
that's
and
it.
naturally funny person, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely a good role model like that, I think too. He works hard. He he keeps himself in good shape. I like that. That's an important thing for me. And just the humor. It's the humor from day one. Like the humor in Blade. Blade Trinity is one of my favorite movies. Even I don't even care about.
It's like a guilty pleasure.
It's like a guilty pleasure, just because he's so damn funny. To me, Hannibal King's iconic character. That's how good he was in it. Just like
Yeah.
Free Guy is an iconic character. Or even the Hitman's Bodyguard 1 and 2 are great,
I
funny
love
movies.
those. Dude, I love those.
Yeah, like they're
S-class.
hilarious.
AAA status.
John's number criteria.
They have to be Jack.
It helps. No, because RDJ's not. Come on, Steve Carell's not. But it definitely helps. I need to look at him and go, I aspire to be like that. That helps with me. That's my number one. Anthony, what is your number one actor?
Yeah, so
now, I thought you were going
my
to have
number
him.
one-
So who the hell are we talking?
Eddie Murphy. Would I rush to the movies if I would see an Eddie Murphy at the moment? Nah, not exactly. But like I said, I just went back to the days when the actors were in their prime. 48 Hours was hilarious.
Classic.
But to me, Beverly Hills Cop was the shit. And
Yeah.
those days weren't like the days now, right? Because now there's so much content. There's just too much content. But these movies like Beverly Hills Cop and Lethal Weapon, it's not any movie, of course, but they were huge. And then, of course, Raw and
Huge.
Delirious were epic, but I didn't count those.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just 48 Hours, Beverly Hills Cop, Golden Child, Coming to America, and those were epic for me. And then,
Beverly
of
Hills
course,
Cop, show.
it went down a bit, but he still did a couple of cool voices for Disney movies. He did Shrek as well. And I love Donkey. Donkey was
Yeah,
awesome.
Donkey is a gangster.
And so Eddie Murphy really needed to be here. He's like a goat as a stand-up comedian, of course. But that's not why I picked him. It's just these movies were awesome.
Yeah, that's a great pick. 48 Hours, another 48 Hours with him and Nick Nolte is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Golden Child was a classic. Beverly Hills Cop, love those films. I hope they do another one. I think there's rumblings. I think that they might do another one. That'd be epic to see him come back. Yeah, you're right. When I look at this list, I'm reminded, like even down to Dr. Dolittle, Bowfinger. That was a classic. Yeah, you're right. He definitely deserves to be in here. Well, if you're going to put anyone other than Ryan in there, I guess that has to do.
I guess that has to be it.
I guess it has to be Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
But-
to be fair, Ryan Reynolds needed to be in my top 5. It wouldn't be. I don't think I would put him in 1, just because I'm looking back on the era,
Mhm.
and they were just groundbreaking. I think these, so he would have been my 2, I guess.
Yeah, great pick. And you're making some people in the chat happy. Bob's happy.
Bob's happy. Okay, I'm done. I can die happy now.
Often's losing it. What was Will Ferrell not even mentioned on either of your list?
No, he won't.
Honorable mentions.
Oh, yours.
And look,
Okay, yours.
I'll be honest with you. One of the reasons why he didn't make my list, and he's in some of my favorite movies. Look, him and Ryan Reynolds in that Christmas movie. I actually quite like that Christmas movie, Spirited. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Old School, one of my favorite comedies of all time. If we were doing top 5 movies, Old School would probably be close to making the list. In that scene with Sean William Scott, and he's like, "You got a fucking dart in your neck," like that. Like when he gets shot in that, like that. I love that shit. That was hilarious. But I don't necessarily like him as a person, and that does play on me. If I don't like necessarily some of the things about what people are like in real life, I find it hard to buy into the characters they're playing. don't know if that makes a difference for you or not, but
yeah, yeah.
it does. It does with me. A lot of these people are people like I would love to be friends with them as a person because it seems like their real character comes out in some of the characters they play. That's what it feels like anyway to me. Gagi, speaking of comedy, if you're painting figures, don't put a cup of brown wash next to your cup of coffee. You may get them mixed up. Not speaking from
And
experience.
so Lakage
Oh,
has a new hobby in weathering figures.
oh
So
shit!
I guess he's been weathering figures near his cup of coffee.
Nice.
And then I had to throw up
Nice.
maybe.
Look, you've just saved someone from doing that themselves, Lakagi. So thank you for paving the way.
Saved one.
Oh yeah, out this year. Another. Is that for Beverly Hills Cop? Oh come on, sick. Media Man. I don't know that one. Elf alone makes him number one for often.
Will Ferrell.
Uh,
He's too flabby. He's not jacked. Dude, he's not jacked.
way too flabby. Look, that's not the criteria. No,
It kind of
he's
is.
too woke.
It's like
He's gone too woke. He's gone so woke. It's just like anyway. He is funny though. He is funny as fuck. But Eddie Murphy, great pick. Look, I'm glad you put him in there because I kind of felt guilty not putting him in there.
he felt
Again,
guilty. I feel guilty not putting
felt
Ryan
guilty.
Reynolds in there.
You should. You should.
Yeah,
So
I
now
am.
we both feel
I am.
guilty. Now we both feel guilty. What are
Ryan
you
Reynolds
guys?
got me into Ryan Reynolds. He owes me like a lot of money, dude, because he got me into Hot Toys. Like Deadpool is the first figure I got just because I love Deadpool, not because I wanted to collect 6-kill figures.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then shit started happening.
That shit hit the fan, and now
Yeah.
you've got a toy store, and now you've started a new business. Oh, that's classic. Oh shit! And you know, Hot Toys are going to be doing a ton of figures from whoever's in this movie. It's going to be dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
It didn't have anything else to do, right? Because Star Wars and Disney's in a lull. So
Yeah.
it better do it.
Yeah. I'm hoping it makes a difference. So there's our picks, guys. Tell us, you guys, so I think Often said his number one is Will Ferrell. Is that your overall number one? Often, let us know. Ooh, interesting pick here. Arnold Schwarzenegger has to be in almost as many comedies as there are in action films, and he's genuinely funny. I agree. That's a great point, Bob. And I actually didn't think of that when I was putting him in there, but I love Arnie.
Dear
But I
Arnie.
probably
Dear Arnie.
no, I don't know if I can do it with my nose.
You always had
Get to
it.
the chopper. Get down. Get down now. Come on. Do it.
I think it's so good, dude.
Takes me a while to warm up into it.
Oh, dude.
It's not a tumor.
Oh, dude.
Mila, get down. Look, Arnie's one of those guys where
Does she even know Arnie's?
no, she doesn't care. She doesn't care. I'm not cool. None of the stuff I like is cool enough.
She just thinks, shit, what else going on?
She's like, that's cringe. That's her thing. That's cringe. Cringe.
Oh, dude.
Arnie, yeah, great point, Bob. Actually, I would put Arnie in my top five favorite people or people who have inspired me in my life. I've read his books. I do all that type of stuff. Actually, I need to listen to his new book. I haven't listened to that one yet. And you're right. Comedies. He was hilarious. Kindergarten Cop. We just rewatched that recently. Love that. Twins. Yeah, there you go. All these one-liners, they're classic comedy, even in serious films. You know, where when he's what was it, Commando? You told me you'd kill me last. I lied. You know, like shit like that.
I lied.
I lied. Figure posing.
Figure posing
Wonderland, I'm
Wonderland.
still waiting.
Yeah, I'll send you an email in 2 months, dude.
Avoid. There's gonna be a whole Facebook discussion now about Anthony's Wonderland, figure posing Wonderland, not sending figures.
Figure posing Wonderland.
Jingle All the Way. Yeah, even that's a classic.
My favorite
We
Christmas
watched
movie I think it's going to be Die Hard.
Ooh, yeah, nice. Oh, that's a good one too. Christmas movies. Forgot about that film. Yeah, bro, come on. Yeah, great pick, Bob. Would you say Bob? What's your number one? Tell us. Would you say Arnie would be a number one, or do you have a number one? It's not easy to pick.
It is.
A bit disappointed no one else agreed with me on Robert Downey Jr. That kind of hurts my feelings.
And Mark Wahlberg.
Come on.
often even unsubscribed when you when you said Mark Wahlberg. He just handed in the spanner. Dude, I don't want to be
Uh,
spanner
Kiss Kiss
about
Bang
this.
Bang. Boom. Die Hard. He knows what's up.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Classic. Even in that film, one of the funniest performances I've seen from Val Kilmer ever. That's like an iconic Val Kilmer character for me.
Yeah.
He's great in that. Yeah. So that's our top fives. I guess we should discuss. True Lies classic. Max is in the house. What's up, Max?
Yo.
Our names are so similar. Our last names. I'm CORD. Well, he's CALD. Well,
Caldwell.
so similar.
Caldwell.
True Lies is a classic. True Lies would be one of my favorite movies just in general.
Dude,
I just
that's
remember
tragic.
being get out of here. Watching that in the cinema? Come on.
It was cool. Yeah.
It was epic. Remember? Oh, yeah, come on. Too many things in that movie were epic. James Cameron, all the way, baby. Yeah, good choice. Good choice. So what should we do next? We ventured out from superhero genre today to do comedies. What would be an interesting
I
one?
think we should do Airbender.
Huh? The show?
Huh?
Eh? Oh, the
Yeah,
show.
I think it's going to be out
Okay.
next week, right?
I have no idea, to be honest.
But I think we should do that. But we'll discuss about it.
Yeah,
this
we'll
coming
discuss.
week.
Well, we'll have to figure it out and we'll let you guys know. Because if you want to know what we're going to do for our top five or whether we're going to go into a new show next, it's not animation though, is it? Last Airbender, it's the live action one.
I
Not a
think it's going
hater.
to be animation.
Really?
I think so.
Well, I would have no experience in, so you guys would be. I'd be trying to give you guys a breakdown of just someone who's watching it fresh and has no idea about anything to do in it. I guess that's not much
So,
different from everything else.
And I think Bad Batch is also starting season 3.
Yeah, I don't watch that though. I haven't watched that
And
this
it's
season.
animation.
No, I just don't watch that show today.
Dude, we can't do Billions again.
We should definitely do Billions. I'll rewatch
We didn't
it.
even do Aquaman 2.
Oh shit! I like the top fives. I'm not gonna lie. I like doing the top fives.
Dude, yeah. But we need
I
a
like the
rundowns.
top.
We need a rundowns.
I thought the last Airbender, the one that was coming out, was live action. Am I wrong?
see.
I thought
We'll
it
see.
was. It's got Angry Papa in it from Kim's Convenience. He's in it, I'm pretty sure. We'll have a look. If not, we'll do another top five.
Yeah, so I
Let's
never
at
watched
least.
trailers, so I don't even know.
Oh, yeah. Well, why are we asking this guy? He's not even watching the trailers. Come on,
No,
guys.
I don't. But I still want to. Still want to see it.
My
Live
cabbage
action.
is it's
Cool,
live action.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's live action. If it's live action, I'll be more inclined to do it.
We need to do it, I think. I think we need to do
Yeah.
it. Do
Okay.
it.
All right. We'll either do that if it's next week. Depends what day it streams, because if it's on like a Friday, it's gonna be quite difficult to
I
get
think
prepared.
it's Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay. Gives us a couple extra days. All right. We'll let you know. We'll post on I post generally stories on Insta, so follow us on Instagram, or I posted in our Iron Legion closed Facebook group for the channel members, but I guess I could post it. I don't know what. I don't want to post it on a one Hot Toys page, like a posing page or anything, posting our show like that. So maybe I'll just post it to my general page, my my normal Facebook page. Either way, we'll be advertising. We'll be back next week with a show nonetheless. Snowfall, Dune 2. Dune 2 would be good. I definitely do Dune 2.
Yeah.
Snowfall and Snowfall, please. He's still pushing it.
Snowball face.
When you watch Billions, I'll do it. No. I know. I need to check that out. I'm currently going through Gen V, so that's what I'm in right now. That's how far behind I am. Gen V, The Boys. I've got like 2 episodes left, I think. Pretty good. It's not bad. Pretty good.
Cool.
They got some gruesome shit. Anyway, Anthony, what's going on the channel now that you have no content left?
Dude.
It's all been stolen from you. What are we?
Yeah, so
doing?
that kind of sucks. I don't know if I'll do the Jurassic video all over again. It could have been easy content, but it kind of took me longer than I expected.
Okay.
still trying to recover the hard disk. I just bought like an exact same one, and I'll just try to transfer like the printing plate on it, and I'll see if it works that way. If it does, I'll still do the 2 videos. If it doesn't, I don't know. We have the posing contest coming up from Joao in Moles Academy, so I think I'll be doing that for like the next couple of weeks. I think 10 weeks or something.
You should do a short. I'm going to do a short on every pose I do. You should do a short as well.
Yeah.
And that way you can.
Yeah, I
start
think
bu-
I'll even do like a wrap up of every week.
You could even do a breakdown of how you do the pose if you wanted to.
Yeah, we could do it.
Mm.
We'll see.
That's going to be epic. That's going to be epic. If you're into posing Hot Toys figures, go let Joel know if you want to join the battle and battle us week to week as we fight for supremacy in
World domination.
and world domination in posing action figures. This skateboard, just for you guys that see this now, this skateboard is going to play a part somehow. I don't know how it's going to play a part. Y'all ain't ready.
Oh, dude, 14 Wellington. I think you would like to do like the posing challenge, right? Just contact Joao.
Do it. Andre's in the house. Where you been, Andre? We missed you today. I've seen all of Billings and it's awesome. Boom. Hang on. Where's the video? What's a cool video? Do I have a cool video? Yeah, I do.
Oh, hell no!
That's the wrong one. Anyway, you get the idea.
Yeah.
Andre's in the house. Thanks for coming, big dog. Don't forget Snowfall. Okay, all right. Freaking check it out. No, I haven't seen the show. I don't know about that one. Oh, they're talking to each other. Okay. See more reviews.
Yeah, it's about the
Okay. Yeah, okay. Sweet.
Airbender.
So apparently the actual voice actor for Cabbage Merchant, which is my main reason for watching it.
Funny. He's even casted.
You'll have a challenge for that. Oh shit. Okay.
Hell no.
I've seen some interesting figures.
Wally challenge.
Yeah. I'm gonna kit bash a Waleed one day. Kit bash it. Commission an artist to do the sculpt. Let's go. He'd be the only figure from the Miss Marvel franchise, unfortunately.
Only Wally.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so that's what's going to be going on the channel. You're going to be doing some breakdowns maybe of your poses from the thing. That's going to be awesome. I look forward to seeing that. I feel
Yeah, I'm
cheated
going
that
to
we're
try
not
to
going
do like a
see your other
recap
videos.
every round of the pose of everyone, but we'll see how it goes.
Nice. I like it. So make sure to hop over to Anthony's channel, or you might even be watching it on Anthony's channel now, as we're streaming on 2 channels because we're sophisticated like that.
Tech savvy.
Tech savvy, bro. We're tech savvy. Make sure you subscribe to Anthony's channel. Let's get him to 2K. Let's start busting it out. And for me, I just got Doctor Strange in, so I will probably do some stuff with him soon. But currently, I'm doing a video that I should hopefully finish by the end of this week. That kind of came out of nowhere. I did the 3 Spideys with the neck sleeves and just released that last week. Give my little breakdown on them and just the poses. And then that got me excited about posing Spidey, and I was like, I want to do some dynamic stuff. So I've got 3 dynamic poses that I've done, like I mentioned at the start of the show, and I'm working on that and just giving you guys a breakdown, showing some angles of what it looks like, the ugly angles as well as the nice angles, so you can see what you got to do to the body to get it to look like that.
Cool.
So stay tuned for that. Yeah, and I'll be busting out some more shorts this week. Still pumping out the shorts, having fun with them. And then we're going to be doing the Endgame shelf finally for On the Shelf. I've got it ready. I keep getting distracted with Spider-Man figures. So I'm going to be doing that, and then I'll get onto the Endgame shelf. So stay tuned for that, guys. Coming soon. Tech savvy. John, I can't. Come on, Andre. Bloody hell. I guess he's got to go.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah, he deserved one.
Thanks. Often sharing a link. Boom.
Cool. Thanks. Mr.
Do it.
Producer.
Oh, thank you, Renz. Wow. And that's it. So we'll be back next week. We don't know what we're going to do because we like to keep you on your toes, but we'll be back either doing Last Airbender or another top 5 of something. I say if we're going to do another top 5, we need to make it difficult to choose. It needs to be a tough one to decide. So we really need to think about what that'll be. But other than that, guys, Anthony, anything else you want to add before we go?
No, that's
Get on
kind
with
of
our
it.
days. I
See you
think
next
that's
week.
it. See you next week, guys. Thanks for coming, everybody. Everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging around and listening to us blab about our why we like things. And we look forward to seeing you next week.
Cool.
Peace
Bye.
out, guys. Have a great week.